You built your first website back at 11-year-old, back when you were 11 years old. I was playing with computers back then too, but I certainly wasn't building my first website. And take us back to that moment. What pulled you into building software so early and got you that technically hands-on so you could start to create value from what you were doing with computers?
I remember when I think it was 1995, I was in the sixth grade in middle school, and our teacher took us to the middle school library for New Technology Day. They were showing us all these new things. They had a DVD player back then, which was a big deal. They're like, "Oh my God, you don't have to rewind tapes," and the DVD was like 16 inches, like a big pizza. It was just huge. And like, yeah, you could push the one button and you get to chapter one, which was like amazing to somebody who grew up with, cassette tapes we constantly had to rewind. I'm not sure if you remember those cassette tapes where you would rewind them and then the film would pop out everywhere and like
all over the place.
yeah, all over
Absolutely
the
crazy.
place. And one of the things they showed us was something called the internet. And he's like, oh, you can search for things. And when I was that age, I had the Sega Genesis. I was trying to beat Sonic the Hedgehog, but I was trying to go from beginning to end. There were no save states, and if you lost all your lives, you had to start over again. And I just couldn't beat the game. And I go on the internet and I search for a cheat code, up, down, left, right, ABC, and boom, I was instantly at the last level of the game. And that's how I got interested in the internet. And I met another kid, a friend of mine named George, and him and another guy were building something called a website. I'm like, oh, well, that looks pretty cool. Like, you can build websites. And that's how I learned at a young age, because I was interested in video games and cheats, and I had some basic website development skills when I was 11, 12 years old. I think that how it shaped the way I think today is that there are workarounds everywhere, but you have to look for them. I mean, my traditional path of trying to beat a game from start to finish just wasn't working, and so I found another way to get to the end.